Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Voodoo Salad, a freelance illustrator, but my friends just call me TB. I would like to take you along with me as I navigate through my week. My main goals for the next weeks are the following. I'd like to fill up my Etsy shop. I haven't been adding many items lately and I think that it's time to change it. I've made plenty of drawings that would look good as prints. I would like to finish an illustration that I want to submit to a contest. I've been slacking on this because I've been feeling somewhat lazy about finishing detailed pieces nowadays, but I would like to tackle this task. I would like to complete a t-shirt design for a client. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to share it by the end of this video, but I hope so because I really like how it looks at the moment. I would like to learn how to draw in a new style. Well, this is not going to happen in the course of a day or weeks or maybe months, but as I mentioned in my previous video, things have become a bit stale and I would like to change that because it shows on my art as well. I would like to create pieces that are even more light-hearted. I would like to practice more on my instruments. My schedule is usually crazy and sometimes I just forget to play my guitars and my synth for days or sometimes weeks. And it's just really sad to see them sit on their stands. Also, my hands can get a bit rusty after such a long hiatus. Hello, it's Monday and my plan for today is to make some test prints and to take some photos of them and upload them to my Etsy shop. I want to select drawings that not only look good on my screen, but also on walls, so sometimes cleaner designs are better, but it depends on the buyer's taste too, of course. I use an Epson L3060 for my homemade prints. It has refillable tanks and uses CMYK colors, producing really nice prints despite its price. I got it a bit more than 4 years ago, and it still works really well. In most cases, I print on glossy photo paper, but this time I chose to use matte photo paper instead. I've had these lying around for quite a while, but for some reason I chose to use glossy even after I got it. Now I've tried it with my new works and it's surprisingly good. The main reason for that is probably because I use a lot of brushes that emulate traditional media, like markers and fine liners on bleedy paper, so it has a more authentic vibe. I think that these prints came out pretty well, so I'm going to upload them to my Etsy shop now. This has always been the bane of my existence because adding all the info is super time consuming. Once the listing is done, I'm going to share it on social media. Tuesday is here. It never fails to surprise me how much time it takes to organize a shop, even if it's just listing a few prints or some small products. You have to make it the best way possible because people eat with their eyes. I'm happy that I got that out of the way yesterday, so let's get back to drawing. The theme is time, so I started to throw around ideas and time spent together was my favorite. Cliché as it sounds, it's easier to come up with a solid concept for that than for something very complex. My vision was to draw two creatures that resemble sloths or monkeys who are holding hands. I've added a few clock towers to add to the theme, But other than that, it was my usual practice of filling my drawings with doodles of different creatures. Drawing the main character's hair was the best part. I like how pieces already start to come together while in the inking phase. Making well-rendered line work helps a bunch with coloring, at least for me. I managed to finish the drawing, and I also made a print of it because it's easier to film a physical piece than a digital one on a screen. I'm content with the outcome. It's already Wednesday, and I've been sitting on a commissioned t-shirt design for a while now, so it's time to finish it. The concept sounded super fun, so I was pretty eager to do it, but life things have happened, so I've had to push it aside a bit. It's going to be screen printed with 7 separate colors, so I have to make sure to use CMYK color mode and pay attention to what colors I use. The latter one is true for everything that goes to printing. When I do a job like this, I usually switch to Photoshop from Procreate because it's easier for me to navigate with that. Also, I have a nice halftone brush set for PS that I bought from True Grit a few years ago. In the beginning, I just start drawing on 2 separate layers, keeping the lines on top. When I've decided on what colors I'm going to use, I create a separate layer and I begin mixing colors by using the halftone brushes. When everything is done, I merge all the layers and select the colors one by one and cut-paste them on separate ones. This way there won't be any overlapping of the colors, and that's important because when they screen print it, they don't want to print the colors on top of each other because that can create an unwanted effect. It's possible to do this with 4 colors as well if you separate the image to cyan, magenta, yellow and black or key, but that's for another day. It's Thursday, and today I want to touch the topic of changing my art style. As you might know, my art consists of detailed illustrations of weird creatures and other monsters, and while it was fun to draw them, they're making me feel bad nowadays. I'm not saying that my art is depressing to look at, but when I began to draw them 7+ years ago, none of them came from a good place, but they got stuck with me after my career as an artist has started. Nowadays I'm more interested in drawing simple characters that are easier to associate with. This problem comes from my change of lifestyle and the general calmness that surrounds me nowadays. I began to reimagine some of my old characters, and also I got back to doodling stuff that surrounds me. It's really fun to do, and it takes a lot of weight down from my shoulders. It's Friday, so lazy day is here. Well, that's actually not quite true. I still have to work on completing some orders, but today I'm finally going to sit down and play some music for myself. When I started my journey, I wanted to animate, but it felt weird without any sounds, so I began to learn how to play the guitar. I'm still intermediate at best after 7 years, but it's a whole lot of fun. I channel everything to audio records that I can't express visually, and while most of this stays in my digital drawer, it's still fun to work on it sometimes for days on end. As drawing has become more of a job over time, it's a breeze to have a hobby that's another form of art. Saturday and Sunday were mostly spent resetting the apartment and grocery shopping. I like to spend time with my cat in my free time and play platformer games. With this, I think that it's time to wrap up this video. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye!